Hi everyone, welcome. Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. I have another fun Christmas project tonight. Actually, tonight I'm not going to do a card. I am going to show you a cute little gift bag. So, before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping. Remember, if you like what you see, please share my video for others to see and comment. Shared in the comments, and you might win the project I make tonight. Also, I prefer, or if you like what you see, please give me hearts. Facebook seems to like that better than the thumbs up, so please, some hearts if you like what you see. It just helps with the Facebook algorithm and helps me get seen more. Doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out, and I do appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel, and once you do, hit the little blue bell so you'll be alerted whenever I upload a new video. And I upload a new video most every Monday evening. Okay, with that being said, we're going to get started. Last time we were together, I made this really cute Be Jolly Christmas card. And because she shared my video and commented, Jessica Williams is going to get this card. So Jessica, I will get this card out to you as soon as possible. I don't think I have anything else. Like I said, tonight we're going to work on a gift bag rather than a Christmas card. I saw this really cute one, and so I wanted to share it with you. I'm going to switch the view down to my hands, and we are going to get started. And there we go. Okay, and before I forget, if you are local to me, I have a class this coming Saturday, the 29th, and it's a Christmas card class. So if you're interested in coming, you need to RSVP to me no later than tomorrow evening, okay? I'd love to have you. So we're going to make this cute little gift bag. Isn't that just adorable? It's not huge, but I think it would be cute for a gift card and maybe some candy or a small gift for those special people in your life, or maybe even co-workers. And then look at this. The paper I used. I've got to go grab it because I forgot the name of it. This one has the pine cones on it, and I stamped some tissue paper for the inside and stamped some pine cones on that, okay? This little piece is about 6 by 8 inches, and it's pretty good to fill it. I just like to stamp on tissue paper. Let me grab my Designer Series paper pack here. This paper I used is the Painted Christmas, and it actually carried over from last year. I don't know if I've even got all of the pieces in here. I think I've used quite a bit of this. So, but a lot of really pretty, and there's some like that. That wouldn't necessarily need to be Christmas, and neither would that. So it's a great pack of paper. You may already have it in your stash from last year, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually start by stamping on the tissue paper. And yes, this was used tissue paper. I can't find I have a package of brand new white tissue paper, and I can't find it. So I found a piece used, so it's a little bit wrinkly, but it'll do for our purpose. And this is about 6 by 8, and that's what seemed to be just about the right size in here. So we're going to stamp on this. Now this paper is obviously a lot thinner than we're used to stamping on, so it's going to bleed through, so make sure you have something underneath, okay? And it's going to take some time to dry, so that's why we are doing it first, okay? I am using stamps from the Christmas season stamp set. This also carried over from last year. So this is where I got my my snowflakes, good grief, my pine cones, and the ones that I stamped on this tissue paper, I used soft suede and crumb cake. You stamp the lighter color first, and then you stamp the dark. So we're going to use the holly here. So I think what I'm going to do, I've got two color. I'm going to use garden green, and I'm going to use real red. But I think I'm going to stamp my leaves first because they're the bigger piece, you know, bigger image. And then my the red berries will be really easy. You know, and just kind of randomly stamp around your paper in all sorts of different directions. I'm going to do the middle, and then I'm going to go around the edge with some too. So see, you can see how it goes through, and because it's going to take a little while for this to dry, okay? So just, that's why we're going to do this first, so it can dry while we're doing this. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Right there. There, and I want a little piece off, a little something off this corner. I like it when the image goes off the paper. Okay, there's that. Close this up. Now we're going to use the real red, and we're going to use the berries. And let's see. And I'm not even, you'll see, I'm not even stamping the berries the same way every time. So, you know, it really doesn't make a lot of difference, but nobody's going to look that close at your tissue paper, and if they are, then shame on them. Okay, so put this here, put this here. I think, actually, that's at time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put just one off the edge. There we go. Okay, there's that. And that's all the stamping for this project. I'm going to set this off to the side so it'll be nice and dry. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? And it doesn't make any difference that it's not perfect. Look at that. It's just going to add a little pizzazz. And you know what? If you even wanted to jazz it up some more, well, let's just do it since I'm thinking about it. A little bit of Winkostella, let's see. On our berries. I wasn't planning this, and I'm just kind of dabbing it because I don't want to smear the ink too much. There we go. Now they even glitter a little bit. Oops. Okay. Let's set that over there. Now, we're going to get started with this. Okay, we need our trimmer or your scoring board, okay? You're going to take a piece of cardstock that's 3 inches by 5 inches, and this is real red, and we're going to score it. I'm going to get my cutting blade out of the way at 3/4 of an inch on all sides, okay? So that is right here. And next Monday is Halloween, and I'm planning to be here at 8 p.m. Eastern, so I hope you'll join me. Okay, there's that. I'm going to get my bone folder, and remember, when you score, you create a valley. I don't know if you can tell there. That's a valley. That's the hill. you want to score toward the hill. It doesn't seem, it's not intuitive. It seems like you'd go the other way, but no, you go toward the hill. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just that's the way the fibers have been broken, and it will make it easier. Okay, there's that. I don't think I need that. So now we are going to take our scissors. We're going to make this into the box. This is the base of our little bag, okay? And so we are going to cut up this little crease. You can cut right on the crease if you want. I cut just to the side of it, and then I like to wedge out just a tiny bit so it helps it not be quite so tight. On one like this, it's not as big a deal. But if you've got a box where you got to fit a lid on it, it's probably a little more important. So, and you'll see what I mean here in just a second. Get that out. Okay. So see what I'll be able to do now. Those tabs will go in, and I will be able to kind of adjust it to make sure that they fit right. Sometimes if you don't notch that out, they hang up over the top like this. So it's just easy. So these tabs are going to go in. We're going to put adhesive on these 4 tabs on this side of it. And for this project, probably the best to use is our tearing tape. Okay. Do it this way, I guess. And it's just easier to do this here when it's short. I'm gonna tear a longer piece off here to work with. Or it's easier to do it when it's flat. I don't know what I mean, short. And these are going to be on the inside anyway, so we're really not going to see them. It's very sticky, and it's good for 3D projects. So if you're going to put anything with any kind of weight in it, this is not a bad adhesive to use. Okay. Okay, now while this is flat, I'm also going to go ahead and put adhesive on these pieces, because this is what we're going to attach the designer series paper to. You know, it really doesn't make, you could do it once the box is together, but to me it's just easier to do it here. So, and you'll see once I start assembling it. I have found on these kind of projects, sometimes I just have to start making it, and then it all kind of falls into place. So. Yeah, tearing tape is great for 3D projects. Looks like I'm gonna have to get some more out here soon. On these 2 ends. But once I get all this tearing tape on here, then the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work on these flaps to build the box. It's very sticky. It really wants to stick to my fingers. So there we go. And there we go. Okay. And you know what I do on this? I tend to kind of burnish it down with my bone folder just to make sure it sticks really well. That's another reason it's nice to do it when it's flat. There we go. You don't have to do that. That's just something I do. Now we're going to take this off. And sometimes I have really good luck with this, with getting this backing off, and sometimes I don't. So bear with me here. That's the disadvantage to using this tape on a video. You guys have to watch me fiddle with this. The only thing, to me, worse than getting the backing off of these little pieces, don't get me wrong, but it's those little dots that come in Paper Pumpkin. It's a great little adhesive when you know, for certain things, but boy, those things drive me nuts. Oh, and my Paper Pumpkin, my October one, finally arrived. I don't know where it was. It was taking a while to get here, but it finally came. It's the one with the Christmas cards, so I'm excited to put it together. Christmas cards that somebody else designed, that I didn't design. Now the Paper Pumpkin for November, which you can still subscribe to, or, you know, you can still put in your order, is it coordinates with the Christmas cards, but it's tags, and I know they're glittery. That's all I know about it right off the top of my head. So if you want to, I can help you, and you don't already subscribe, I can certainly help you with that. Okay, so now we have our box. It's the base for our little bag. See right in there. Okay, so now we're gonna use this paper. This is another one out of that same pack of Designer Series paper, the Painted Christmas. And this is, I'm gonna make sure I cut it. It's 3 by 11. It's 3 by, whoops, I'm glad I checked because I did not cut it down. So let's cut this down. I have to cut an inch off. So I'll just do that. And if there we go. I'm glad I checked before I started assembling. Okay, so we're going to start taking this off and putting this around this little box. And you'll see it just come to life. Okay, I'm gonna start kind of over here. Put that on there. And then as you turn your corner, give it a nice little crease, okay? At least for the box part, okay? I didn't want to take the tape off too far out because I wanted to make sure I didn't want to accidentally have it get stuck. Okay, so then we're gonna go around like this, line it up at the bottom, put it down, just push down, make sure it's adhered real well. And as I turn this corner, give that a nice crease right there. Okay. So can you see what I'm doing from the top? Yeah. Okay. We're going to take this off. I think. There's that. But I like to leave the top on until I've given it the crease, you know, before I turn the corner. So that way I have better control over where it's going to go. Okay, right there. Perfect. I'm going to push that down. I'm going to fold this so that I can crease this one right here. Isn't this cute? And I'm going to crease that one right there. Okay. Take this off. Put this around here. Put that. Okay, and then we have this little corner to go around, okay? So I'm gonna put some more tear and tape right along this piece to secure it. Oops, come on. My big fingers don't want to get in there. There we go. Okay, so now I have 2 pieces of tear and tape right there. Push it down real good, and then I'm going to pull the backings off. There we go. Still want to make sure it lines up, okay? There we go. Perfect. Now I've got a little adhesive on the inside there. And I think that was my fault there. So, I don't know if I can get that out with my adhesive eraser or not. But for right now, I am going to put this little piece of tear and tape cover over it. I probably should have only put 1 on that. Oh, I know what I'll do. Hang tight here. If you have an embossing buddy, you can use the powder in that to take some of the sticky out. Okay? Let's see here. That worked perfectly. See? So what was sticky now is covered with this powder from the embossing buddy. I just didn't think I was going to be able to use the adhesive eraser to get it out because of where it is. So there's a little bit of white powder in there. That's better than having my tissue paper stick. Okay, so now we have the base to our bag completed. So that is really cute. Now we're gonna work on the handles, okay? So I'm gonna use punches, and these are retired Stampin' Up! Punches. I'm gonna start out with a 1.5 inch punch, and I'm gonna cut like a half circle out of each side, okay? You can use your circle dies, but you'll have to do the math, you know, before you assemble this to figure out where to punch out your circles, okay? So now you have 2 pieces of real red. I'm gonna cut out, okay, see I used the 1.5 inch punch to cut this circle out. Now I'm gonna take a 1.5, I'm gonna take the same 1.5 inch punch, I'm gonna cut a circle out of here. This is just some scraps of real red, and these are going to make the handles, okay? I'll show you. And you know, you can save these pieces for something else. So now I'm going to take my 2 inch punch, also retired, and cut out my handles. Now these are just scrap pieces of cardstock, so they're kind of small. I would have normally used a bigger piece, but that looks pretty centered. Okay. And the same thing with this. Okay, let's see here. Oh, come on. You know what? Here's the other thing you can do, your little trick. Use a sticky note, attach it to your corner, and use it like a handle. Look at that. I thought I could get it, but this piece is a little bit smaller than the other one. And so look at that. I can get it just perfectly. There you go. Okay, and there's that. So we are going to now use our Tombo glue to put these on just like this. Okay, so I'm going to put the smallest amount of Tombo glue right around here at this edge. Now, I like it better on here than I do on the circle, because then I don't know exactly, you know, where to put it. This way, if I adhere the handle right on there, perfect. And just hold it for a second. a little bit leaking out there, but not much. We'll do the same on the other side. And this is the perfect example of a project that needs different kinds of adhesives. Now you could have used liquid Tombo to put the base together and to adhere the paper, but I think it would have been a whole lot messier. Okay, so there we go. Okay, it'll take just a second for that to dry. Now we have one last thing to do. Then we have a strip of Real Red cardstock. This is 11 inches by a 1/2 inch. And we are going to put this around the base to finish it off. Beautiful, yay. Okay, so we are going to also, again, use this glue. Now, we'll have to kind of hold it as we go, okay, to let it dry. And then again, you're going to fold it like that. Actually, last time I did that, when I did the first one, I think I did all the folds before I even started gluing, so I'm going to do that. And then that'll overhang there just a skosh. Okay. Again, put the glue right here. Not too much. This is something where a little dabble will do ya. Oops. I'm just moving this around here. Okay, this piece came unglued. I'm gonna have to hold this for just a second. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll put that down. I'll hold this like this. The advantage of the liquid glue is you have a little bit of wiggle room, you know, to move stuff around. The bad stuff is it's not an immediate dry, so you do have to hold it for a second. So I'm gonna hold that. There's that. Put a little bit right here. Actually, that time I'm gonna put it on here so I don't get it where I don't want it. There we go. I'm looking at the inside where I put that. Yep, it's not even sticky at all. I can see the adhesive, but it's not sticky because I have that powder in there. So there you go. And our bag is done. Look at that, our little cute gift bag. You could make a small tag for this if you wanted. You could embellish this if you wanted to put some gemstones on it. You could put a little bow on it. But again, remember we stamped our tissue paper. I used a little dabs of Winkostella. And this little piece of paper is 6 by 8 inches. So, you know, you could go a little bit bigger, but I didn't want it too big. But look at that. Isn't that cute? I think it looks adorable. And who wouldn't want to get a cute little gift? Like I said, perfect for your coworkers, a neighbor, friend. I think a gift card and a little bit of candy or something like that. Small ornament would go nicely in there. So there you go. I really hope you liked this little gift bag. Tell me which one you like. Do you like the green one or do you like the red one? Which one do you like better? I've got a favorite, but I want to hear what you say. So thanks again for joining me, and I will see you next week. That's Monday, October 31st on Halloween. I will be here at 8 p.m. Eastern for Stampin' with Denise. Take care now. Bye-bye.